Everyone thinks you need thousands of dollars to market your business, right? That's complete nonsense. Now, I will agree that if you have a decent budget to start with, that helps. But let's be honest, when we're starting out, very few of us have that kind of a budget. But that's not an issue. I'll prove that some of the most powerful marketing tactics cost absolutely nothing, $0. And the businesses using these methods are crushing their competition who spend fortunes on ads. Now, you might think that, oh my God, this is a big claim. Just hear me out. All right. And you will see that it makes complete sense. So here's how they do it. First, let's talk about the gold mine sitting right in your pocket. Your phone. Social media isn't just for posting pictures of your lunch. It's your free marketing machine. But here's what most people get wrong. They hear about this the term social selling, and they think that okay, fine. Previously, I used to post my daily lunch photos or photos of my outing, my dress. But now I'm going to sell on every post. So they kind of pick up a program, pick up a product, and they keep on uh, to publish promotional posts every single day, every single time. Stop it. That's never going to work. Instead, use the 80-20 rule. Have you heard about the uh, jab, jab, jab hook rule by Gary Vee? What that means is first give so much value that your audience uh, sort of thinks, I mean, it kind of gets overwhelmed with the value that you're giving, and then you ask for the sale. So it's kind of the 80-20 rules. 80% of your posts should help educate or entertain your audience. 20% can promote your business, even lesser than that. So share the behind the scenes content, answer common questions in your industry, show your process. People love to see your behind the scenes and process. People buy from businesses they trust, and trust comes from value. Trust comes from here's the thing about trust. What most people won't tell you. Think about it. And social media, this is why social media marketing is magical. Think about it. I get connected with someone on LinkedIn or Facebook today. I don't know that person, all right? But what I'm seeing is that person is sharing his thoughts every single day. That person is maybe showing pictures of his family. That person is showing where he's working with his laptop. That person is showing his next project. So all of this, what happens is it's creating trust in my mind. So next time he pitches me something, I will definitely trust that person and start that conversation with him. This is why social media marketing is such a good place to get started. Get the word out when you're just starting out, by the way. Next, email marketing. Now, but I don't have money for expensive tools. You must be thinking that, right? Wrong thinking. Gmail, you have MailChimp's free plan. I think MailChimp offers a free plan. There are many email service providers that offers a free plan. For example, Beehive offers a free plan. You have Substack, which is more of a content platform where you can start a newsletter, but you can also sort of just send emails through that. Or if you can't bother to do any of those things, you can simply use a spreadsheet. Just keep the first name, full name, first name, and email address, and just handwrite your emails like one by one. You can do that. I mean, if you have a small list, you can do that also, right? So here's the thing. Here's a secret sauce. Very few people talk about. Don't ask for emails. Never ask for emails. Give people a reason to want your emails. It should not be like it should not be a it should not be just a very paid kind of clickbait kind of thing. It should not be something that something transactional. It should actually like getting that email opt-in from that person or getting that email address from that person should be based on trust. This is what I feel. Most people say that create a checklist, create a tip sheet. something like template or something, and you kind of make it transactional. I will give you this, you give me your email address. Don't do that, because I mean, I would say that first create that state or stage where that person knows you on that platform. For example, if I'm creating this video on YouTube, some of you will probably sign up for my newsletter in the description, but some of you will probably want to see more videos of mine, maybe one or two videos or maybe seven videos. What happens is you are creating a relationship with me by watching these videos. So this also happens on social media. The more you see me posting, the more you see my posts, there is a sort of a very subtle relationship that is getting built on its own. Then, or if you share something like this guide, then it's based on trust. It should not be transactional where we're just reaching the person, the very first, like as a stranger, and you're saying that here's my guide and you give me your email address and I'm going to give this guide to you. So don't do it like that. uh, the interaction must start somewhere. The relationship should have been built to some extent. Then you kind of ask for the emails, or maybe the people will actually give over their emails like that. I hope I got my point across. So but anyway, whenever you are kind of trading this thing like something for the email address, it should be something very useful to them. Something maybe it can solve a very tiny micro problem of them, but it should be useful in that regard. Now, next, networking without the awkward business cards. That's what I call it. Join online communities where your ideal clients hang out, Facebook groups, LinkedIn communities, Reddit forums, but don't just show up selling. Most people think that, this is kind of a fish in a barrel situation. So I will just go in there and I will uh, start promoting my products in every post, every comment that I write. Do not do that. People will you will become an outcast. People will think that this person is only here not to socialize, not to belong to this community, but rather to uh, peddle his products and services. So they will stop paying you any attention. You don't want that. When you are in a group, when you are in a community, you want to belong to that community first. So don't show up selling, show up helping. Answer questions, share your insights, be genuinely useful, even if you do not, even if you're unsure of what to say to a particular question. You can add your own opinion, maybe ask a question or something like add some kind of value. Keep the conversation going. People will start asking what you do. That's how it happens. Second, I mean, now, next, content marketing. It's so huge. People do not understand the power of content marketing. I'm repeating this. People do not understand the power of content marketing. You see, think about it. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all of these are built on what? Content. These are built on content. So their whole business model is based on promoting the best content on their platforms. That's how they keep people on their platform. So they have a big stake in promoting good content, great content to as many people as possible. So here's what most people, what most people miss when they're starting out. Because yeah, I mean, I am guessing that you are uh, not that experienced in marketing. That's why you're watching this video. So understand that all of these platforms are inherently based on the power of content. So when you are creating content, so for example, when I'm creating this video, when I'm recording a podcast, when I'm writing a blog and or article, if I'm posting a short form content or say a reel on TikTok or Instagram, it is bound to explode if it's good. That's the magic of it. It does. People talk about the algorithm is changing, the algorithm is doing this and that, I'm not being able to get views. Try to understand anything good. If you have created something great, something awesome, it's going to get organic reach. Seriously. I mean, look at all the great creators across the channels, YouTube, TikTok. If you look at all those creators, you will see that they actually produce really high quality content. So if you are starting out, if you do not have that big of a budget, or even if you're just starting out and you don't even have a budget, I would say this is going to be your biggest weapon, your content marketing. Do content, create so good content that they can't ignore you. You know, that's what you have to do. So, but you don't have to do it everywhere. Pick one platform and own it. For example, Google loves fresh and helpful content. Your future clients are actually searching for solutions right now. Think about it. There are trillions of searches every single day on Google. They're searching for content. They're searching for answers to their questions. Why can't you give those answers and rank your content high on Google, right? I mean, think about it. People talk about I'm getting 100,000 clicks or I'm getting millions of clicks from Google. It doesn't need to be like that. You can get even 100 clicks per day from Google. That means a total of, if in a month of 30 days, let's say on average, 3,000 people are getting to know you, getting to know your products. So think about it. 3,000 people every single month, and these are new people, new eyeballs to your offer, to your product. How good is that? So when you consistently create content that solves their problems, Google puts you in front of them for free. Speaking of Google, one thing needs to be understood here. I'm assuming that you guys do not have an SEO background, so I'm saying this out, I'm putting this out that basic SEO isn't rocket science. Think about SEO from a marketing perspective. Use the words your customers use when they search. If you are a wedding planner, do not say event coordination. Say wedding planning, bridal services, wedding coordinator. There is a tool, Google's Keyword Planner, which is a free tool. You can access that. You can search on Google's Keyword Planner, and if you search for that, it's free. Shows you exactly what people are searching for. So what it, I mean, just what I want to say is just use the words that your clients are using. Just think from a marketing perspective. If I'm selling a soap, I will actually use soap multiple times on the page. Or maybe I will say beautiful smell or does not harm the skin, all sorts of things, right? I mean, essential oils, all sorts of things on that page. So you don't have to learn SEO. You just have to understand your audience, what language they speak, and speak the same language. That's pretty easy. Now, here's the truth nobody wants to admit. The businesses spending thousands on marketing often get worse results than the ones using these free methods, especially when they're starting out. Why? Because when you're starting out, you have to go through this process, which is a very grueling, time-consuming process, where you have to understand what your market actually wants. So free marketing forces you to be better. You can't buy your way to success with a bad product or lazy content. Even if you are, for example, even if you are uh, running ads to your product. I mean, you first have to understand that it will sell, right? So that will actually happen with and through lots of trials and error, and that actually happens through organic and free marketing, and that is why most marketers, many small marketers, freelancers actually start with not with paid ads. I mean, I would obviously suggest that should not start with paid ads, but rather cold outreach. Like reach out to a couple of people, 10 people in your network and ask them the challenges that they're facing. You can create content and look at the responses that you're getting from those people. So what happens is, as you keep on doing this, you are sort of iterating your products, your content, or the value that you bring to the market. So you are, I mean, in the end, you're earning every customer by providing real value. Now, the biggest mistake, you have learned about all these methods and everything. So, the biggest mistake is thinking you need to do everything at once, which is the big mistake, which is going to lead to a disaster. Pick one strategy from today's video, not 10, not 5, one. Master it for 30 days. Why 30 days? Do it for 3 months. Even go and continue on to 6 months and then add another. First master that platform. Small, consistent action beats massive sporadic effort every single time. But here's what separates the businesses that explode from those that get stuck. They understand that marketing isn't about selling, it's about serving. When you focus on helping people solve their problems, the sales happen naturally. So, as marketing legend, if you have heard of him, Seth Godin once said that people don't buy goods and service; they buy relations, stories, and magic. Your $0 marketing budget forces you to create that magic through genuine value and authentic connection. If this opened your eyes to what's really possible without spending a fortune, smash that like button, share this with another business owner who needs to see it, and follow for more no nonsense marketing strategies that actually work. I'm on your side. Bye.